As the van slowly jerks to a stop in front of an old sign that reads Kennecott Mines National Historic Landmark, I step into the chilly Alaskan breeze and take a fresh breath of the brisk autumn air. We make our way through the ghost town where roughly 600 workers once lived with their families. My eyes roam upward to the primitive red buildings dotted across the hill. Fragments of it are broken off, ready to fall. The sound of numerous machines powered by construction workers illuminates the rustling of leaves. Our group stops in front of a rustic shop where we are being fitted for crampons. We then start down the trail and meet an obstacle. A giant mud puddle lies in the way, forcing us to carefully inch our way around it. Once we all manage to get around the puddle, we come to a beautiful waterfall in which we have to cross a footbridge to pass. After crossing the tiny footbridge and come out of the clearing of trees, the terrain slowly transforms into rocky ground. In the distance, my burning eyes find a white mountain, the glacier. The sun peeks out from behind the clouds and the wind dies down, causing many of us to shed our layers. Finally, we have made it to the bottom, where the mountain collides with the glacier. At first, the crampons feel like lead blocks are attached to my feet, but as my straining muscles grip the bright white ice, I start to get the hang of it. We continue to tramp around the glacier and make it down to this creek where our guides, Betsy and David, tell us we can dip our water bottles in and drink. The guides then show us a beautiful waterfall that is streaming down from overhead. We take a quick lunch break, and in that time, gray clouds loom overhead and the wind picks up, blowing a stray lunch bag across the icy plains. About half an hour later, the clouds disappear and the sun once again emerges, stretching its golden arms across the waves of the frozen ocean. Slowly making our way back to the trail, we stop to see a crevasse. One if I were to fall in, I would never be seen again. Well, I possibly could, just in the future where someone would find me frozen into an ice cube. All that I can see when I peer down the gap is black and more black. My eyes aren't able to see where the deep pit leads. Our last stop is the gigantic Muon, the one that all the glacier's creeks pour into. It reminds me of a person weeping, with all their tears streaming into one puddle. Colors it in many different shades of blue, making it wondrous. I can't get high enough on my tippy toes to see it, but then again, neither can the tallest person here. Once everyone gets a look at the magnificent geographical feature, we quickly make our way back down the hill we struggled up earlier. As I step off the ginormous ice mound, I feel a rush of relief because the glacier didn't calve on us and I didn't fall in a crevasse or Muon. I take one last look at Root Glacier and turn to start up the rocky hillside. The way back to Kennecott seemed not to take as long as it did to get there. Soon enough we make it back to the main street, start our way down the twisting dirt road with the remarkable structures that stand up warily on the mountainside. Leaves flutter around as if waving goodbye, and we finally turn one last corner, and the decrepit copper mine has vanished behind the maze of trees. This is Amanda Wygant at hawknews.org.